It began with a tearing, then a cut, then anger, and a scream. My life on this earth had a rather violent and traumatic beginning as an emergency C-section while my mother suffered a placental abruption. It continued just as violently as it began with an angry, violent father who used his work as a fundamentalist evangelical preacher to justify his abuse. I lived, metaphorically, in a cage, a prison. At 13 years old, I caught a glimpse of the light thanks to fading goth punk culture in the X-Files, but was soon violently thrown back into prison, until at 23, I broke. I did not physically escape until I was 27, and I began learning that one must break to grow. You must die to be reborn, and breaking is a chance to become something more beautiful, like a mosaic. I created this concept of myself as a mosaic in progress, made of broken pieces, but beautiful, and stronger than before I broke, and pieced back together in the way that I chose. You can be anything you want to be was not something I heard as a child, but from my first therapist. And it didn't mean I could be an astronaut or a brain surgeon, but I could be kind. I could be patient. I could be loving. I could be flexible. I could be strong. I could be whatever I wanted to be. As I learned these concepts and looked at fitting my broken pieces together, I noticed a pattern in myself that was mirrored in the world. Everything is connected. We live in a society that likes compartments and categories and segregation. Work life, home life, health, mental health, dental, vision, church, spirituality, pleasure. The fact is that nothing and no one exists in isolation. It's all pieces of the whole. 10 years working in healthcare, a lifetime of being a patient, and 3 years as an actively practicing witch have taught me that our society does not have a healthy concept of how our bodies or the world works. Multiple traumas in adulthood led me to start sharing my story in bits and pieces, mostly through writing. I think our words reach who they need to when we listen to that inner calling, and I was asked to write more. Eventually, as my practice grew, I was asked to start and lead a coven. I do not think of myself in any way as an authority or expert, but my words seem to help others sometimes who are lost like I was. And if I can light a beacon of hope, well, let it be lit. I cannot really categorize a focus for this podcast succinctly except to say that it is about the interconnectedness of everything. I will cover topics about health, witchcraft, faith, religion, spirituality, mental health, holistic wellness, art, writing, music, trauma, child abuse, sexual abuse, love, healing, cleaning, cooking, history, philosophy, everything. I will share my experiences, and I hope to create and provide something that will be beneficial to the listeners. So I hope you will join me on this journey, and together we can work on our mosaic in progress.